Hello again, my name is Gabe Zollner. You know, you really have to believe that the members of Congress have all been compromised, as has the Supreme Court. And the reason that is if you sit back and if you look at all the things that Obama has done against the Constitution and against the American people, he should have been impeached an awful long time ago. But yet, nobody does anything. They don't. You know, they'll talk about it, and they'll have hearings, and they'll have discussions, and they'll have meetings, and they'll have whatever else they have, but absolutely nothing gets done. We've got someone in the White House that we really know nothing about. Donald Trump offered him $5 million, and all he had to do was show his documents from Harvard and Occidental. He didn't do that. He wouldn't do that. We know that he spent at least $4 or $5 million burying his past, and that effort was headed up by Elena Kagan. Elena Kagan's now Supreme Court Justice. He put her on the bench. She wasn't even a judge. She was a lawyer. And now she's a Supreme Court Justice. I mean, do you not think that the court's been compromised? I mean, this is completely crazy. Obama spends money like there's no tomorrow. He's trying to cause as much pain as he possibly can to the American people through this sequestration. And at the same time, he's giving away hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to our enemies, to America's enemies. That's what he's doing. He just gave $80 million to the Palestinians. That's on top of the $80 million that his Secretary of State, John Kerry, gave to the rebels. You know, the rebels in Syria? They're Al-Qaeda. They're prisoners that were released to go fight Assad. Our government is training. They've been training them for over a year in Jordan. Yeah, our military has been training the rebels for over 1 year in Jordan. Now, do you not think that there's something wrong? You know, Congress is supposed to have powers over the executive branch, but that's not the case. Obama does whatever he wants. He appointed, what, 37 czars on his own? No congressional approval, nothing. He just went ahead and appointed them. Everything that he wants to do, he does. And that's why I'm a firm believer that the 535 elected representatives, they've all been compromised. Every last one of them. I don't know if they were threatened. I don't know what it was. You know, there's all kinds of rumors going around that the reason Hillary dropped out of the race. Yeah, because of supposedly, you know, the word went out that Chelsea might not survive if Hillary doesn't drop out of the race. I mean, it's crazy. And take a look at the about face that Billy Bob Clinton's done. He was the one that signed the Defense of Marriage Act into law. He's the one that signed it into law. And now what's he done? He's done an about face. What's Hillary done? She's come out in support of homosexuals. Why? Because we have a homosexual in the White House. That's why. I mean, it's completely crazy. Everything is upside down, and no one is doing anything about it. And the only ones that can are members of Congress. And none of them are. They're all just burying their heads in the sand. Department of Homeland Security, they're training people to fight for them. Yeah, they're blue shirts. I mean, I did a video on it, you know, the similarities between what Hitler did with his Hitler Youth and what Obama's doing with his blue shirts. It's pretty much identical. Obama is afraid of the military. Now, he knows they don't like him, so he has his own military. The Marines belong to the president. He's got the strongest fighting force in the world, and what does he do? He grooms his own. Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. You know, there's thousands of tanks, there's thousands of trucks, there's thousands of, I mean, it's crazy what's going on in this country, and nobody is doing anything about it. You know, you'll hear them say, well, yeah, we want to know what they're for. Yeah, and then what? Yeah, we want to know why they're buying all those bullets. For target practice? You don't use .357 hollow points and .40 caliber hollow points for target practice. Nobody does. Period. End of story. You know, and I said this before, how many of those rounds are found in bodies in Syria? How many were found in bodies in Libya? This has been going on for a long time. This administration is corrupt. I mean, there's never been one in Washington even remotely close to the level of corruption that this administration is. They're all crooks. And they're all on a path to destroy America. And nobody is doing anything about it. Nobody, absolutely nobody. Who is? Lane Brain McCain? Huh? Who is? Who is? None of them are. You know, Lindsey Graham said he's going to head up an investigation to Benghazi. Yeah? And then what? He said he spoke to a couple of survivors and they had horrific stories to relay. And then what? And then what? Come on, guys, get off your asses and protect the American people before it's too late. And it's going to be too late real soon. It's insane. You know, they're sitting there on vacation. They're on Easter break. Get your asses back into Congress and impeach this fraud. It's insane. I mean, it's nuts.